Hear ye, hear ye. We have an unbelievable Swolecast on tap. I am so excited, and it's not because of the juicy stories that are on X right now. It's not because of training camp, not even Jared Wiley hype videos going on right now. We have the one and only Mr. Tuttle on today's show. He is preoccupied, but he has let us know that he is going to be all in on this show, and he's going to be drafting a team with us. So without further ado, let's get to it. It's a Swolecast here on RotoGrinders.com.
Can you see the static from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand context.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live a little, guys.
All right, welcome in. It's a Swolecast here. David Kitchen, some might say the only Dave in the best ball space, really. Alongside Davis Maddock, Peter Overzet, and Mr. Tuttle 05, Dan Gaspar. For those that have just liked and subscribed this summer, just know that Tuttle is an integral piece, an integral part of this show, usually starting in the NFL season. So I want to say welcome, Tuttle. Thanks for being on today's show.
Thank you. I told you guys before the show started, I made the mistake of entering one of the college football best ball drafts before, so I'm on my last two picks here. I was also told
take us through it. Take us through the.
I'm just drafting the tight end in a crappy quarterback.
Like, who's the tight end? Like, give us some options. Let us make the pick for you.
All right, tight end. Let's go. We're going either Malik Carr, Mark Redmond, or Ethan Davis. I know you guys know who these guys are.
Is one of those dudes the Washington State quarterback? I like taking.
This is tight end.
This is tight end.
Oh,
tight end.
Well, whatever.
I'm going with
the guy named Malik.
Malik.
I'm on the clock. Malik Carr.
Malik.
Yeah.
All right.
Tuttle, what is like the roster construction dynamics over there? Is it like wide receiver heavy? Do people go get the elite quarterbacks? What's it like?
So it's still being solved a little bit. And it's pretty balanced. I think my biggest stance is tight ends suck, so you just only draft two. And some people will fill usually.
Do you take Gadsden though?
I do not. I think he's a way over.
Yeah, I'm a Gadsden. I'm a Gadsden slappy.
That's like the fish take. I think is he's way overdrafted. People think there's a huge separation between Gadsden and kind of the next tier of tight end.
What about Brenningstool, the Clemson guy?
Yeah, he's solid. I'm just not gonna.
He's from Middle Tennessee.
Wow!
He actually,
all right, there we go.
The same school that Dawson Knox went to.
Here's the thing, Davis. Do you know who Clemson and Brenningstool play in week 13? By any chance?
Citadel.
No. I don't have the schedule memorized.
Kitchen saw my messages in Slack the other day. I happened upon too much Clemson, and they play the Citadel in week 13.
This dude in the chat, he posted a bunch of stuff in my Discord. He posted a bye-week matrix and all this stuff. So I've been trying to pull it up. I'm only in slows because I'm banned in Missouri. Little peek behind the curtains. This was going to be a best bowl mania show, and
that was the only one.
Dave, Pete, and I are all in a banned state, and we didn't think Tuttle was going to be up to learning how to display the board.
Yeah, Dan Bach had to travel to California to Pebble Beach just to register some slows.
Yeah.
So there you go. Pete, how's it going?
It's going good. Very stoked to have Tuttle back in the saddle. I mean, the amount of clamoring for Tuttle every week. You know, people say we just deliver high-level content week in and week out, but the one thing missing is Tuttle, and it's finally good to get you back in the saddle.
The prodigal
Swoley
has returned.
The views have been good.
Oh yeah,
people. I think this is a key thing relative to what we've been doing for the last 10 years. Is people really like knowing what to expect. So they like just knowing Wednesday at noon Central, these 3 idiots are going to do a best ball draft.
Isn't this what we told Kitchen
really
a long time ago, and he still tried to?
We don't need to rehash old arguments.
Forward-thinking show.
It's a forward-thinking show.
Yeah, I do think the show needs a little bit of variance to it. So
that's what Dan's for.
would like everyone to know that just thank you for all the support for the Live a Little stream. I mean, I think over 700 subs, and really, I did not expect this amount of love and people flocking to the channel to get my own streams. And I just kind of had a thought like, listen, am I being selfish, or should I be trying to contribute to Davis's overall goal of getting to 10,000 subs? Should I have tried to get the Swolecast to 10,000 subs? So I think you should expect some Swole streams on this channel from old Soccer Dave coming up soon. More on that later. But we got a draft to do. We got some training camp highlights to digest. Davis, me and you, brother. The Kansas City highlights, just
me and you, famously. I mean, obviously, famously, Soccer Dave, huge Kansas City Chiefs fan, big on Xavier Worthy, big on Hollywood Brown. You know, that's kind of just when I think of Soccer Dave, I think, definitely me and you,
and Jared Wiley. Too.
People are saying more and more.
People are saying this might be the Puka Nakua moment from last year. So, without further ado, let's get into Pete Overzet's overview.
Got that dog in a butt. Got that dog in a butt. Overzet's overview. Come on.
We didn't get Kitchen.
Kitchen can be the host then. Kitchen can be the host.
For the first time, Kitchen can be the host.
Should I withdraw then? Should I leave this draft?
Yes, leave this draft. You and Tuttle can draft together. That'll actually be good.
Together you'll form one coherent drafter.
This is what happens when you can't do the math and you just kind of leave it to chance.
Well, four people is a significant portion of a 12-man draft, Dave.
Let's see.
Ironically, a kid I went to high school is in this draft.
We're all at the back end of the board. Let's do the overview, and then we'll get to the draft here.
All right.
As Davis didn't mention, we were going to try to do a college football draft. We're all in banned states, which made me realize you do truly have to love this country. Our government will allow Davis to punt off thousands of dollars on the exact same KC stack, but they won't let us draft college players we've never heard of. Hopefully Kamala can fix this for us. The game of best ball continues to grow. Big Barstool sports personalities, Big Cat and Dave Portnoy, each streamed $10,000 drafts on DraftKings recently. And after looking at their drafts, both clearly subscribe to the live a little philosophy when drafting. Don't be surprised if next time they draft, Big Cat shows up with a blizzard and El Prez is blindfolded. We'll see if they pick up on all your quirks, Kitchen. Lots of DFS bros using ETR ranks rush to enjoy the Barstool EV of the draft room. Even Cal Spears found time to stop pretending to mow his own lawn to draft in the contest.
Cal's team is my team. We are in alignment. Deshaun Watson is QB1, baby.
Oh, God. After the most recent Barstool draft, a man with a Jolly Joker's avatar tried to angle shoot Portnoy into a best ball side bet. Believe it or not, a man worth hundreds of millions in multiple summer houses was not interested in the offer. Portnoy did counter, though, with something that would cause David Kitchen to pee his pants, a bet to see who could get the most retweets. I'm not sure why Herzig didn't take him up on that. Could have just posted a solo QB, solo tight end team and shipped the bet pretty easily with Best Ball Twitter behind his back. We need to wrap this up here. I am on the clock in our draft, so let me just select Puka here, and then we'll move on. I did realize that Davis came away mostly unscathed from this overview. So let's check in on his YouTube, where he titled one of his recent videos, Drafting the Best Possible Fantasy Football Team. What have you been doing in all of these other drafts, Davis?
Vibing.
Whatever you're paying vidIQ, it's too much. Back to you, Dave.
Listen, speaking of vibes, I want everyone to know, last week, over the weekend, Pete posted his Scott Fishbowl team and said, listen, I just drafted this team off of vibes and family values. Harrison Butker was his kicker. And I just want everyone to know that in solidarity with Pete, the vibes and the family values, Harrison Butker, also my Scott Fishbowl kicker. So
someone pointed that out immediately. In the way the sleeper settings work is you have to take a kicker over there. So I was like, I'll just get this out of the way and take Butker. And then I posted the vibes based thing and completely missed that one.
That was good. All right. Someone's got to share their screen. I'm not in this draft. However,
I already did. Devin just has to put it on stage.
Hashtag blessed are you, Dan, because I can now be your go-to resource. You have a permanent lifeline for this draft. So
we're going RB heavy to start, right?
Oh boy. Okay.
Let's see what Dave tells you to do with this selection.
I got Bijan. I'm going JT here if he falls. We're going full alpha.
This is a real AJ Hawk ass team.
Get ready to learn Joshua Palmer, brothers.
Tuttle, how do you feel about Cortland Sutton or Tyler Lockett? The ninth
Let's
round.
bury these men in an avalanche. Soldiers.
Yeah, guys, you know what to do. You guys know what to do.
So
alpha.
All up in this training, all the training camps have started. And doesn't it feel good after you hear or see a piece of news just to go right to either Underdog or DraftKings and draft a team knowing that you get that small amount of EV on your roster? Like when Greg Dulcich,
where you're so excited that you take them like a round ahead of ADP and wipe out.
Yes.
You have a being first.
Yes. So you get it like Dulcich. Hey, he's looking healthy. Let's he's an auto draft now in the 20th round. Someone said that
Tremble shares do you have based on the Coach Speak Index?
I have quite a bit of Trimble shares. It's not just Coach Speak Index. It's also Josh Norris, who's a big time Panther.
I believe Josh Norris is officially on the record as saying that Tommy Tremble is the most mispriced player in the entirety of fantasy football.
I mean, I'm here for it. All right, let's talk
Derek,
about this.
We have a David Kitchen disciple in the chat. Derrick Henry goes 10 spots ahead of ADP, ahead of Kyron, ahead of A-Chain in this draft. Tuttle is on the clock. Tuttle,
what are your choices?
Do you have it in you to take Pacheco here?
No, don't do it.
No, I don't know what I want to do here.
Okay, who are your wide receivers? Talk to me.
We got DJ Moore, Diggs, Pittman, Tank Dell.
DJ Moore.
Go Pittman. We can try like the Indianapolis.
No, get Moore.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna go Pittman there. Try to.
Oh my gosh! Then you need. You need to target
we gotta,
Richardson.
Now we gotta add Richardson to the queue. All right, we got.
Yeah, you gotta have Richardson in the fifth.
But gosh. I cannot wait to see who the third wide receiver on this team is. This is gonna be so good.
We're balling now, boys.
All right.
Thanks for your help with that pick, Dave.
Pete's on the clock.
He did tell you who to take.
He's got Puka and Marv, and goes with Steph Diggs. I was in a draft with the famous Cal Spears, and he did a full-on Texans onslaught where it was Steph Diggs. No, it was Nico in the second, Diggs in the third, Tank in the fourth. And I liked it. I mean, it's pretty heavy, but I liked it. But then I said, listen, aren't you worried about Mechie getting some of those targets eventually?
Dude, Jacquard has gotten to Davis. Davis used to hate T. Higgins, and now he's taking him at the
No.
free
Whoa,
I'm doing-
37th.
I'm doing a bit. I want Cortland Sutton to be a 7th round pick in this one.
Well, you could have taken Zay Flowers or Amari Cooper or anyone.
Who are we
over
going
him.
here, Dave? Who are we going
All right,
here?
where are the options?
I don't want the corpse of Kelsey.
No,
We got Kelsey.
don't get Kelsey.
Amari Cooper's the next wide
Cooper.
receiver. Average Amari for the Swolecast.
No,
brand.
he's not average anymore. Most yards ever in his career last year.
Or for the Tuttle goes off crazy off the rails brand, we could go like Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh
gosh.
RB heavy to own the lid. This is what we're
$25
doing.
never mattered less to someone. So Pete, let me address the
Boom.
Jacquard concerns.
Please
So
do.
I had this conversation with Sacrilegious earlier this week, and I actually just wrote an article about it that you can go and read if you'd like. But point being, Sac made a really good point, which is that you can't have a plan A in a draft for the beginning rounds and then a plan B and then a plan C, because then it just ends with all your teams really overlapping and fighting against each other from a portfolio sense. So I'm trying to do more stuff like this, where like I've got a lot of this exact combination: Wilson, Nico, Pickens. Like just take this for example, the first 3 picks. Whereas I would almost never have that combination with Joe Burrow and T. Higgins. So I'm trying to start doing a little bit, because what's really the difference in projectable points between T, Kirk, Flowers, and Cooper? You know, it's like 20 points over the course of the season.
Exactly. This is what we've been trying to tell you all along.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to play good.
All right. Love to hear that. Love that.
Is that called the what strategy? The double condom strategy?
That's
That's what that's called?
Tuttle, let me say this. You could save this team if you're willing to give up the bit for the next 10 picks, but I don't know if you're willing to give up the bit. But
No,
there is
you
a way
only
that
need-
you can save this.
There's no
Tuttle,
team
you've
to
got-
save here. This team is.
You've got your 2 running backs and your flex.
Yeah.
And so all you really need is another backup later on, and stick to that 4 running back build. Hyper
See,
fragile.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, Hayden. This is one of Hayden Wink's go-to draft strategies this year.
I wonder whose content Kitchen is most recently viewed. It's hard to say.
There's probably
I'm
an
all
article
about-
at Not Your Stream with him, Davis, to be honest.
No, I know. I'm saying because Hayden just published one yesterday.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. We're gonna have to, Tuttle. We're gonna have to dig deep.
Oh,
for some of
Anthony
these wide
Richardson?
receivers. Yeah.
Killing
I
it.
had to, man.
Yeah, he had to. That's what I said. He had to, if you would
I had
get
to get
Pittman,
the
you had to
stack.
give him yes. So we're gonna have
So
to.
who's
go through-
my who are my Colts correlation for the playoffs?
So
Yeah,
the
you got that
Giants.
The
offhand,
Giants.
Giants are going to be week 17, which is good because honestly, they've got a bunch of wide receivers later on
Yeah, low
that
draft.
go.
See, you guys think this was the plan all along.
Yeah. No, this is good. This is good, Tuttle. Like I feel good about this team.
Better than
We're gonna-
drafting
Yeah, we're going to get it. there.
5 Xavier Worthy, who's going to get injured like week 2.
He's
So-
already got strep throat, brother.
So Xavier Worthy, there was about a 30 pick difference between DK and Underdog until that highlight video of that one pass. All it takes is one
And
pass.
now you're a worthy bro. You saw that, and now you're a worthy bro.
No, I'm still a Hollywood Brown bro. But
Okay.
I've got 30% Mahomes on DK. 30%. So the exposure is spread
David,
out just a
that's
bit.
crazy because his price on DK is way worse.
It's 4th round.
I know, but there are still good wide receivers on the board in the 4th round
Well,
on DK. It's
Here's Davis. I'm
Who
giving you a little
am
bit.
I
Of,
picking, David?
what's you got to go wide receiver. Who's
Oh,
available?
I'm hot taking this. I'm
it
hot
could be
taking this.
anything.
I
No, that's
I mean,
fine. That's fine.
That is fine. If you're going to start with
Sign
3
me
running
up,
backs,
baby.
Lad is who you
Yeah.
need there.
And
here's
then
here's
you
the
can-
deal.
You can get some
chat-
New England receivers to correlate with him in week 17, Tuttle.
See, yeah, because they go late too. That's the whole
Jalen
point.
Polk and Demario Douglas. Yep.
Yep.
Why are people acting like 160, 170 pounds is small for an NFL player these days? Like, this is how wide receivers have been trending. How big do you guys think Devonta Smith is? How big do you guys think Garrett Wilson is?
Davis, why do the NBA players keep getting bigger and the NFL players keep getting smaller? What is going on there?
Have you thought about it? Oh yeah, Cortland Sutton, pick 79. Come on down. This is Tuttle is going to learn about this environment today.
You guys are going to be
But-
so mad when this team just eases through the pod.
Going back to the DK versus underdog discussion, Davis, the rounds for fourth round, third round, pretty much the same for your top 4 quarterbacks. However, you're not getting any late round quarterbacks on DK. So what I like to get one of those top 5 quarterbacks because I'm not trying to reach in those later rounds, and you can still get good wide receivers in those later rounds. So that's why I think Mahomes is just a layup this year.
Well, he's just a layup everywhere. I mean, I'm not gonna criticize you.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. This is a crappy spot for wide receivers.
Yeah, imagine.
No, I'm kind of seeing the whole thought process behind going them early. I get this now a little bit.
Yeah. Read us some of your options, Tuttle, that you have to pick from.
Here's the thing. No, we can't do that.
Keon Coleman, Jamison Williams, Jordan
it's
Addison.
It's bad out
Okay,
there.
Tuttle, Jamison Williams. They're saying he has a completely new body, looks completely new this year.
Completely new body. It's
Yes.
so gross coming out of your mouth.
He just
for some
got
reason.
taken, but he also threw up today in practice. So
Yeah,
threw up-
he did.
he
He
threw
ate
up
something wrong for
mid-stride.
breakfast.
So I'm going to go ahead and take
breakfast.
I'm going to take my 4th and last running back of the draft.
Oh gosh. No. No.
Yeah.
Have you seen the
Zeus.
tape on this guy? Have you
Yeah.
seen the tape?
Trust me, we have, and we've talked about it a few times.
It's better than taking Jordan Addison's drunk ass there, right? Like, come on, we have to have some morals when we draft here.
Oh man.
Save that for the Deshaun Watson take.
This team's not bad. We're cooking a little bit here.
It's not good yet, though. We're gonna have to
in the
get
lab.
there.
Oh, Pete, thank
So-
you for doing that.
Thank you for stacking up CJ Stroud 13 picks past ADP.
No, that just saved me from taking him. I was going to be tempted to do it.
With Nico. Why wouldn't you take him?
He was.
I'm just not really a CJ Stroud stack guy. I don't want that to be a huge.
He's got
part
the
of my
second
portfolio.
best odds for MVP. He's got 3 pass catchers, an offensive
How is
coordinator.
Nico paying off a 13th overall ADP without CJ Stroud being a smash at the 7-8 turn?
Kind of the same way T. Higgins and Jamar Chase were both fine in the year that Burrow was like the most overdrafted quarterback in fantasy. Or
Okay, where was Burrow going that year?
QB6 at the 4 or 5 turn.
Keon Coleman.
Okay,
That was
so this is 30 picks later.
I mean, you understand the point that I'm making. I think
don't.
Stroud at 83 is fine. But
These wide receivers are terrible.
No, I guess the
Well-
difference is I was panic sweating, hoping the guy who had Tank, who also took Hurts, wouldn't take him because I think
wouldn't
Stroud
take him.
is just the
gosh,
most easy
Tuttle
click in the
took
world there.
Jake Ferguson.
Wisconsin, baby, let's go.
He still does not have a
UW.
third receiver.
He didn't want to
Who
take
needs-
Cortland Sutton for the self-fulfilling prophecy that we
Yeah.
tried to.
we told
Who
him
needs
we told him
receivers is the question. Not I.
I guess you can take 10 you could do 2 4 10 2.
Yeah, this guy gets
Someone
it.
tweeted out. Some of you guys did not watch Cortland Sutton last year, and it shows. And that's all they tweeted. And then everyone was like, "Wait, is this good or bad?"
Yeah, I was gonna say it could literally go either
They
way.
trying to figure out what that meant so that they could adjust their ranks.
And if you're trying to attack me, you could write that for literally every player in the league. So I really wouldn't know what it means.
Tuttle,
So
I don't think I've seen a guy on Underdog yet do this strategy. Do the true 8 picks through 2 wide receivers.
How much are we playing for? Because whatever we're playing for, this is what this is gonna win.
20.
And what's funny too is because we've talked about like, maybe Galbraining, like doing a strategy like that, but like taking some of the wide receivers that people who normally do that strategy wouldn't take. But Pittman and Ladd are definitely the 2 players that
is hitting them. That is hitting them with the gritty.
Boom.
some have said that the Live a Little channel has died, but as we have clearly
It lives
demonstrated on
on.
today's show, it lives on within the Swolecast stream.
Okay, so the issue here is the wide receivers still suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
let me
who
tell
are we-
you,
Who
they
are we
don't
taking?
they don't
Ketchum?
get any better as you go down the board. Tuttle, there is actually one guy that could save your team, but you're not woke enough to know to take him.
What is it?
So Tuttle, again, we've got Patriot and Giants players to use later on. Also guys like Tyler Boyd, in the 17th to 18th. So we can make up for this, but we're gonna have to
We're
go
fine.
we're gonna have to go 10 receivers. Like
All
you
right,
can only
take-
get
Well,
one more
actually,
quarterback
I'm not
and one
gonna-
more tight
I'm not
end.
going to tell you who to take. Actually,
You
Who's
guys
your-
are gonna love this one.
Oh, you've already decided. Great.
We got the quarterbacks out of the way, fellas. Let's go.
I was wrong about getting ready to learn Joshua Palmer. Get ready to learn Quentin Johnston
Get
and
ready-
DJ Chark.
get
Palmer
ready
already
to
got
learn Mario
taken at
Douglas.
95, man.
But to his point, look at Dontavian Wicks going at
Yeah.
104. That is ridiculous.
People are reaching here. I'm letting the
People
room
are
speak
reaching
to
on
me.
what?
People are reaching.
What are they reaching on?
Wicks at 104.
How is that a reach? He's going to finish wide receiver 11.
Palmer's a reach. Brian Robinson's a reach. These guys are all reaching everywhere, and I'm just sitting here letting it.
You reach,
flow.
Tuttle teaches.
Yep. Thank you, Pete. Put it on a shirt.
So you got Cooks coming up, Tuttle. Not very many.
I already got my
Don't-
next pick queued up. Let's see if anybody
Okay.
sees it. I don't want to tip the room.
I don't think anyone's gonna take whoever you're thinking.
Nobody can see where I'm cooking from, baby. Let's go.
You're like the poker player where you can't get a read on this guy because he truly could do anything.
Tuttle is the guy who thinks he's good about poker says, I got to move up in stakes because this guy does not respect my raises.
By the way, shout out to Driver Seat Eye for winning the World Series of Poker.
Going to be on Lowell's
He's
tomorrow.
going to be on Lowell's in about 24 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we have any guesses on my
no
pick
follow
here?
up there. Yeah, I think you are going to take another tight end to say that you're done with the position.
No,
That's
do
gonna
not take
be my
Goddard.
guess.
That's actually that's not a bad idea. Let's see what tight ends.
Oh, Goddard goes.
No, Goddard goes. Thank goodness. You got to go. You got to go with Brandon Cooks. Like he did have a solid last 8 weeks of the season last year. Pair him with Dak and Fergie.
Yeah, is he also like 50?
No, he's like 29, 28.
You gotta go.
live a
Dalton.
day.
You gotta go. Dalton Schultz. You gotta live a little.
I should.
No,
okay, so
Do not
so
go
Xavier
Schultz.
Worthy completely overdrafted, and his better teammate
Wow. Shots
underdrafted.
fired.
Yes. Okay. 80 Mitchell's fine. Yeah.
80
Mitchell's
Mitchell actually
fine.
makes
80 Mitchell is
a ton
wide
of
receiver
sense for
3.
this team. On an Anthony
Spurs.
Richardson team, yes. See, maybe Tuttle
We're
is
cooking, boys.
he's ready to land this plane. I can feel it.
I
And
am.
by that,
Josh Downs?
I mean your tab should literally be just wide
You
Hopefully
receivers.
wide
should
receiver.
you should click the airplane and just go down to wide receivers and be done with it.
I'm actually doing that right now.
You do have some good Giants bringbacks, to be fair. So you've got.
Yeah, this is what
you've got
Kitchen's trying
that.
to sell. Here's the thing, what is a bring back? Like, why do we need these? Let's just like full alpha without the bringbacks, right?
Someone needs to
Right,
read
guys?
Leone's latest
Best ball
article.
space. We didn't know how bad we needed you, Tuttle.
Tuttle is back, dude.
We're gonna title this the recalibration of best ball.
David, this is what Pete and I feel like when you come in to start drafting. Like the emotion that you're having watching him do this is what we feel watching you draft.
Okay.
You guys just wish you could get on this level.
Jerry Jeudy, Brennan Cooks, Josh Downs. Well, those are your next wide receivers, pal.
The AD Mitchell pick is enough for me to squint and see it just because I'm such an AD Mitchell slappy. I mean, imagine if the Chiefs had taken AD Mitchell. Pretty good.
I agree.
What are the Chubb slappies doing right now, Davis?
Oh, the Chubb slappies
Steaming
saw
him
him. Yeah, the Chubb slappies saw him squat 600 pounds, and they were like all in.
But now he's on the pup, so are they on again, off again?
No, that was preordained. Everyone knew he was going to be on the pup. It would have been huge.
How was Jalen Poole going this early?
Well, I think you answered your own question.
Like what is this world we're living in here?
I mean, Jane Daniels falling to Yoshi here at pick 126 is pretty absurd.
Yeah, it is insane.
Ooh, now we're in for some tough looking here, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, this team.
I'm glad.
How far do you have to scroll down to even get to a wide receiver in ADP?
This is bad. Whew.
Who are the options?
We're done with the tight. We're done with the tight end position.
No.
Oh,
No.
my God,
10 spots.
I probably should have gone Schultz there, huh?
There's only one man with enough courage to swim against the underdog current.
Honestly, that's the only pick I felt bad about so far. That is the only one I actually felt bad about. Other ones I feel like I've been cooking a bit. That one I felt bad.
What do we think of this Javonte slide, fam?
I'm thinking. I mean, the thing is you just want to have one Denver running back every draft. It doesn't matter which one, just as long as you get them. Yeah, honestly, it's not the worst in the world. Denver just as a team probably will not be good enough to support two the way like Miami could, but I don't hate it.
I don't think Davis was going to take Dalton Schultz, but we're going to lock up that double stack.
You are a prescient observer. That is very true. I would not have taken Dalton.
But Schultz. I also don't think I'm going to take any of the players you select here.
Probably should
Davis,
have taken Dalton Schultz over.
Yeah.
Davis, walk us through your team right now.
1 second. Let me make
Ooh,
this.
Xavier Leggett.
Let me make the second pick. All right. I've got
someone's
Purdy
flattening out their exposures.
No, Jacob sold me. Jacob came on the stream on Tuesday, and he really sold me on Leggett. I have got Brock Purdy and George Kittle as my onesies quarterback and tight end right now. I've got a running back room of James Conner, Ramondre Stevenson, Blake Corum, and Zach Charbonnet. I've got Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, George Pickens, T. Higgins, Roma Dunze, and Xavier Leggett as my wide receivers.
Sounds like a free advancement to me.
Dave asked me to recap my team.
Hey, Pete.
Service audio listeners.
Yeah. What's
Tell
that
us about
Dave?
your team?
Oh, no.
Ooh,
Thanks,
Rico.
Dave. Yeah.
Rico at
got
134. Very nice.
Yeah. CJ Stroud at quarterback. I got 5 running backs: James Cook, Jonathan Brooks, Devin Singletary, Trey Benson, Enrico Dowdle. 5 wide receivers: Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison, Stephon Diggs, Zay Flowers, and the wildly overdrafted Xavier Worthy, and tight end Dalton Schultz.
Dave,
Your team is just
badly need a wide receiver take here, Dave.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Talk the shit about my team, Davis?
No, I was going to say your team is a better version of my team. Your team is just we have this mirror of each other's teams, but your players are just better.
Tuttle, who do you have? Who are the options? I can't see.
It's bad.
options.
Jermaine Burton.
Take Jermaine Burton. You just need like any upside. You just need to absolutely pray.
We're going with the rookie, all rookie wide receiver.
Yeah.
For the
Just
guy who
title this
said-
team wide receiver 3s. Is,
I don't have to
the
title a
of this
team because it's my only team.
Because he's only got one team.
And it's gonna win me. I forget how much we're playing for again, but that's
1.5 mil. Would you, Tuttle, honest question, you ship Best Ball Mania with this, how much money are you giving Dave?
Has he contributed to a pick yet? I don't
Yes,
think so.
100%.
I was the one who just told you to take Jermaine Burton. So the answer is no. You've not listened to one
I don't think
thing
he
he said.
has.
So you're doing it proportionally to how much input you've.
Yeah, he's trying to get me to stack the Patriots, who have the same week 14 bye as all my Indianapolis Colts guys. So like he's just giving crappy advice over here.
Wow.
So what?
Total
so
not
how much
afraid
do
of
you think he would
having.
get? Well, you wouldn't send him 25K if you won 1.5.
If I won 1.5, I'm not sure what I would send Dave. Probably
25K after taxes. So like you got to take away out.
Yeah, he has to pay his own taxes.
You should say, David will be.
Maybe
50K.
I'll buy him a new big green egg or whatever. His barbecue
Done.
stuff.
Deal.
I'll get him a new barbecue package.
All right, hey Devin, put that. We need a clip. Clip.
At least we don't have to worry about this happening, but it is a fun hypothetical.
How dare you?
I love how Tuttle is worried about the bye weeks for his receivers and not just the actual receivers.
Looks like
Tuttle,
production
you're
to
gonna
me.
have 10. You're gonna have 10 wide receivers. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, Tuttle, if only you were able to take advantage of Justin Herbert at pick 151 to stack up with Ladd if you hadn't blown your load on quarterbacks already.
Herbert hasn't gone yet. I can't see like who's.
He hasn't.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go Wan'Dale.
Wan'Dale's
Bring me that New York
perfectly
Giants
fine.
correlation.
Perfectly fine. Yeah.
Boom.
Perfectly cromulent fourth wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Pete. I see on your team you have a mix of running backs.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about like in the zero RB strategy, the running back dead zone? Some of these like unsexy running backs, like Devin Singletary, Javonte Williams, Zeke, Gus Edwards. This range of running back.
I love the like Singletary paired with Jonathan Brooks pairing, because I know Singletary is going to be getting that work early. Bide my time until Jonathan Brooks ramped up to speed. So I think they serve a purpose. And then I take Trey Benson, who's going to be a zero to start the season. You pair him with like Rico, who should have some work right out of the gate. So I like finding the symmetry there, Dave.
I like it. Dave, is you the same way?
I mean, yeah, like I said, Peter just has a better version of my team. Like I've got Connor and Ramondre as my guys to get me kind of started. Then I've got Corum and Charbonnet as the late season plays, assuming that Peter. So I'm going to take Kamani Vidal to potentially be another one of those late season guys right now.
Peter snipes Tuttle onto Mario Douglas.
Am I good on bye weeks?
Aren't you afraid of Kamani Vidal being like the fifth RB?
Not as much because I have actually heard Harbaugh say his name now that they've been
what did he say?
In training camp. To be honest, Coach Speak Index sent it to me via DM, and I have not listened to it yet. But he at least is at least confirming. He's at least confirming that he's real.
Kitchen, earn your green egg here. Who am I taking? Wide receiver.
You got to give me some options. I have no clue who's on the board.
I have
so
no
by
rankings.
ADP, Pearsall, Bateman, DeMarcus.
Yeah.
What? Say it again.
Bateman, DeMarcus, Michael Wilson.
Not Pearsall. Bateman.
No, Michael Wilson.
Nope,
Michael Wilson.
No,
Michael Wilson.
Bateman.
Davis,
Bateman.
you can you're compromised. He's got to take it from a impartial observer.
Yeah, somebody not playing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the math.
I'm rooting for Tuttle.
1/18 of 1.5 million is 83,000. Kitchen just earned himself 83,000 with that suggestion there.
He keeps
83,000
trying to jam these week
tax.
14 buys down my throat.
Tuttle, week 14 is not going to matter, pal, with this lineup. I guarantee you. Either you are going to crush it or you're not even like by week 14, you'll know.
If this was Kitchen, I would have taken Bateman and Pearsall. Or not.
No,
not
I said no Pearsall, but
Bateman and Douglas. And I would
Bateman
have had
has
4
upside.
of my 6 receivers would have had a week 14 bye.
I think Bateman has higher upside with this Ravens offensive passing attack than Wilson does, because Wilson's also going to be fighting with Dortch, Zay Jones, Harris. Like, you got all these fights for targets. Bateman, not that much, really.
So I do need somebody to explain the Pearsall story to me. Like, I know Ayuk's not supposedly not going anywhere.
He opened up on the injury list too, the NFI or whatever.
But wasn't it like minor?
Yeah.
Or expected to be minor?
But it's the double whammy of what you just said. It's like that the drafters being like, all right, we already needed a lot to happen to go right. We need him to be good. We need an injury to open up. And then it's like, oh shit, now he's not even healthy. And I think the panic is setting in. And I might be saying that for a friend, certainly not for myself.
I think I've got sub 1% of Ricky Pearsall. He
Sounds like you don't know ball then. That's what
he
that sounds
stinks. He's been
Well, they
around
did
so
spend
long.
a second round on him.
He's been around so long. He was teammates at Arizona State with his new 49ers teammate, Brandon Ayuk, heading into Brandon Ayuk's second NFL contract.
like. He's so good that Brandon Ayuk is trying to get out of there because he
He's
knows
so
he's gonna
good. He
get
never
taken
had
over.
1,000 yards in college, which is pretty interesting. This
Sounds
is a
like
great
the right one on my
idea.
team.
This is a great idea. Can we get a weekly update of this team, of this pod during the season?
I mean, it'll be easy to track.
I will
This is my
label
only
this one.
team.
I will label this one Tuttle Shipper so that I know what to look for.
I wanted to take Pearsall there, and then he got sniped from me.
Hate that for you, Tuttle.
Were you gonna let out kind of like an ow to signal the value you scooped up there?
Guys, I can't understate how bad these wide receivers are. Just like I can't understate it. Jesus Christ.
Take Troy Franklin. Keep racking up rookie bets, brother.
Yeah,
All right, rookies.
good call. You know about the shower narrative, Dan?
I do.
You
I'm
should.
going with the
College football
Roman
thought leader.
Wilson. I like Russ. Russ comeback here. Russ revenge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Well, good.
What? So I'm not gonna lie. I kind of had a plan coming into this.
Yeah,
You
what
got
was
punched
that?
in the mouth?
I really would have wowed you guys with this plan too. If I would have gotten, I was gonna take Sam Darnold as the last round pick, just to really wow you guys.
Just
That's
to
what
show
Cal
if you've
did.
really been paying attention.
Yeah.
That's what Cal did on his 10K team.
Oh,
it
did
was
he?
like
He's a
yes.
tough guy.
It was like Deshaun Watson was his first QB. Then I forget maybe Baker or David. I forget who his second QB was, and then Sam Darnold was number 3. Maybe it was Drake May.
There we go, Devin. That's much better. That's much better, Devin. Now, Tuttle, you also do probably need a couple dusty olds just so that you're not stone taking zeros
I
from
know.
Burton, Wandale,
I was-
Wilson, and Wilson.
I'm a bit yeah.
Can
So-
someone
We'll get-
appreciate the little symmetry of Davis and I's picks there?
That was Peter. That's so funny. I literally almost just did what you did, those exact picks. Like I was like, oh, that would be a nice little turn. And then you took Corley, and I was like, I don't want to do that anyways. I want 4 Jets on a team. Like, no, I don't want 4 Jets on a team. But
Well, I
that
have
was
them
nice.
week 16 versus my Rams stack, and then week 17 versus my first running back Cook. So I was like, we'll go Jets here.
Very nice. Tuttle, I think you're dusty old. I think that Tyler Boyd is sadly. a
I agree.
selection
He said
that you
Tyler
should-
Boyd.
I agree, guys. I think we stick with it and we just take all the young guys.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
Javon
honestly,
Baker.
Here's the thing.
I like it.
I like it because really what we're saying is if you just find like
If
Long
three,
guy.
if 3 out of these 6 hit,
Yeah,
we got a
basically.
team.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's honest.
Okay,
it's
this is what old
completely
Davis
fine.
Maddock would do, though. This is like what
Yeah, this is a
6 to
Davis
10
team
year
for
old or years ago Davis Maddock would do. He would just bet on him knowing ball and knowing the talent.
I honestly, I don't hate. You're going to get 2 more wide receivers here. You might have to go like reception hunting a little bit. I would say Davis's short king, Greg Dortch, makes a world of sense for this
I don't
team.
know. Well, if you want Dortch, you're gonna have to take him at 199, buddy.
sure. Someone
And I'm saying I recommend doing that.
I recommend it.
Because you got Michael Wilson. You need some receptions in this rookie room.
If every rookie wide receiver this year has a Jamar Chase level rookie season, Tuttle might have a chance of finishing 4th in the pod.
Some are
Whoa,
saying
I'm-
Darius Slayton, who just got picked, was the old reliable I should go with. But
Yeah.
How about this for some offseason news? Josh Norris just retweeted this from a beat from the Chargers. Chargers running back Gus Edwards had offseason surgery per Jim Harbaugh.
They didn't even say what the surgery was, just that he had off-season surgery.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been just to remove a benign mole. We don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
what this Chargers running back room needed, though.
It was a real Windhorst. Why would they do that thing? Because they have this. You don't just announce that your presumed starting running back is not going to practice at all at minicamp and want to run the ball 500 times. I mean, that's crazy.
How did they not? It is just why I was like, I get it. Like, if you have the philosophy of, screw it, we don't need Malik Neighbors, we don't need Brock Bowers, we're going to run the ball. But, like, don't you take a couple stabs on, like, the day 2 running backs?
Yeah,
or
they
something?
did. Kamani Vidal.
No, he was a day 3.
All right, Tuttle.
Tuttle. 2 words.
There we go.
Jalen Reagor.
No, don't absolutely.
No, I can't. I can't.
No, that's a bridge way too far.
Maybe this means they had like some inside info or something on, and maybe J.K. Dobbins is like the healthiest Achilles you've ever seen. Like maybe he's just 100% good to go. You never know.
Like Stefania, who just got inducted into the FSGA
now that's a training camp slappy.
Hall of Fame. Not Stefania. You're talking about Dulcich.
Yeah.
Please don't call Stefania a training camp slappy.
Yeah, I was going to say. I just want to clarify for the audio listeners.
I am the training camp slappy. All right, Peter.
But
Brendan Rice or Bo Melton?
Oh gosh.
Oh my God, Bo Melton.
Neither.
Shipper.
Hang on, I have to ask a question. Is Colby Parkinson a thing? Is this Rams tight end thing a thing, or is that?
It really depends. It depends on who you ask. I think no, but other people say yes.
Yes.
I'm alphing.
Are you a Disley? Are you a Disley guy?
I'm taking Jatavian Sanders. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's a better pick.
Jatavian Sanders over Tommy
Tremble.
Tremble,
though.
I've heard they do have like 4 tight ends. It's basically gonna be like Colts, South or whatever.
Yeah.
You see, for me, the Colts only have 1 tight end, and that is Jelani Woods.
Well, keep your head in the sand.
According to the Colts, they have 5 tight ends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, typically rosters have more than 1 tight end, but as far as a pass catching tight end, Jelani Woods is the guy you need.
Please mansplain to us how depth charts work, Kitchen.
Yeah. Well, Davis said, the Colts, according to the Colts official training camp roster, they have 5 tight ends on the team right now. Only one of those.
All right. Who's guessing my last pick here?
Malik Washington. Just take another rookie.
You're a genius. That is who it was. Yeah.
Really?
I'm begging you,
Yeah.
don't do me, bro.
Why the chat doesn't like my team? I think my team is fine. I mean, it's not the best I've ever drafted. It's fine.
Yeah. Look at this team. Boom.
How many points cumulative does a wide receiver room of Jermaine Burton, Wandale, Michael Wilson, Roman Wilson, Javon Baker, Tyler Boyd, and Malik Washington project for in week 1?
I'll tell you what, you don't need a calculator to figure it out.
Traylon Burks not being on this roster, though, Tuttle, is a true disservice to.
That team's looking good, man. Look at that.
Tyler Boyd was your Greg Dortch ass pick, though, so that works.
Yeah.
And Greg Dortch, you got sniped on him too. Jeez, short King Summer.
Have you seen
zag, guys?
Have you seen the Traylon videos out there?
No, what's he doing? Selling hot dogs?
Yeah.
No, guys, basically AJ Brown. Like, he has turned into AJ Brown this offseason.
That was what his measurables indicated when he came into the league. That's why we all loved him.
Yeah, but now it's for real. He actually worked out this summer, got married, he's having a baby. So things are really kind of being put into perspective for him. And he's looking good out there.
Does he still
best
go to your
shape
church?
of his life? Yes. I haven't seen him at church, but he on the field is looking like he's in the best shape of his life.
I would feel a
We
lot
want to know
better.
spiritually if he's in the best shape of
Yeah.
his life, though.
Where's he at with God right now, Kitchen? That's what I care about.
I'm not judging anybody on where they're at with the Lord, but I'm just saying on the field I can see it. I can judge. And I'm saying he's looking tremendous out there in pads.
Okay.
You sure about
Titans
that?
blinders activated. Guys, are you not like? Do you not subscribe to any of the beat writers on X? Like, are you not reading what's out there?
I specifically don't follow Titans beats reporters because I know I'm going to get all of the
I'm
info
just going to get it
you.
from you. Yeah.
Well,
The
then
direct
stop
source.
second guessing me and just take me at my word.
I
Boots
wasn't
on the ground is more
second-guessing you.
important.
I would like to have you set eyes on him at church and let us know what it looks like in the flesh. Because with
He's
cameras and
probably
AI
moved.
these days, you
If
just
we
never know.
could get Dave to lay hands on him before a game and then tell us about it, now we're.
Yeah.
Are there any Sunday night games this week for the Titans?
This year for the
Oh,
Titans?
that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Titans are.
They're not giving
like,
Will Levis a primetime game. They can't do that.
They've got like zippy primetime slots, and you know what? They're gonna regret it. All I can say is flex season. Flex season is gonna be happening because Levis is looking tremendous out there. Guess who was the first person to Titans training camp? Oh, guess the first.
I would hope it's the
first
quarterback.
Will Levis?
Will Levis. And he's got
That's
Ridley,
leadership.
Hopkins, Boyd, Traylon, Chig.
I actually
You
I'm
got
kind of into Will Levis. I'm not gonna lie.
You should be.
I am too.
Two
honestly.
RB1s.
Like I would love to make fun of Dave, but I really can't because I totally get.
He's got it.
I don't know if he has it, but the Titans are going to give him every chance to get it with good wide receivers, and I kind of like Chig, and I like everything they're saying about the running backs. Like, oh, we'll just play whoever's playing well gets to play more. But can we service the audio listeners? Tuttle, I would like for you to recap your team for the audio listeners, please.
Please.
Yeah, I would love to. Shoot, I don't have it up though. Give me 1 second.
It's you can see
It's
it.
your only team that you drafted.
Kitchen has it, but yeah, I should be able to find it pretty quickly here.
It's on your screen if you go into StreamYard. I've got it pulled up.
And I don't have it.
All right.
Tuttle, you could also label it hyperfragile double onesies, just so you kind of really know exactly what you did.
All right, so here we go. We're drafting out of the 7 hole here. We went with the hyperfragile strategy. This was pre-planned strategy out of the 7 hole. That's a lie. I went with what the room was giving me. We got Bijan at 7. Came back on Jonathan Taylor. We got a little excited here and thought, hey, let's go with some Colts. Let's stack the Colts. So we went Michael Pittman. Then I was like, oh my gosh, all these options suck. So we took Isaiah Pacheco at 42. We had to complete the Colts here with Anthony Richardson at 55. Lads got it, so we went him at 66. Again, underwhelmed by all the wide receiver options here. We went the moral high road and did not take Jordan Addison. We went Zamir White to round out the running back room. Still decided it was better to pass on wide receivers for some reason here. Here's where I start regretting my decisions. Then we went Dak Prescott, A.D. Mitchell, Muth, Jermaine Burton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Michael Wilson, Roman Wilson, Javon Baker, Tyler Boyd, and Malik Washington.
Honestly, Tuttle, I think structurally you pulled it off. Is it an optimal build? No. Did you make it work?
No.
Yes, with the help of Kitchen, who is due $83,000 pre-taxes if this ships.
Yeah, and I hope it does, but there's just something about if there's anybody that knows the bit went too far, it's me. And it was with the Dak Prescott and Zamir White picks back to back.
Have you seen that photo of Zamir, Kitchen?
Well, I have.
Thank you.
But you know when you tell your kids not to do something, it just makes them want to do it even more. That's what I found myself in this. Like when I was giving Tuttle the players to pick, they were the optimal players to pick, but it made Tuttle not want to pick them.
Okay, so here's my defense, and Davis can back this up a little bit. I've been doing the college football drafts, right?
Yeah.
And there it's like
You don't really want the wide receivers as much.
No.
The premiums are really on the quarterbacks and the
Luther
running
Burden,
backs.
Tet McMillan, and then
Yeah.
it's a drop off. So it's like
Cute, like a giant drop off.
massive,
like
massive drop off.
I don't really take wide receivers until like round 4 or 5 in those.
And in those, it's almost more fun to speculate on the 5 stars because they're going underdrafted. So
yeah, like Jeremiah
Smith.
Jeremiah Smith, yeah.
Tuttle, someone said they saw you in a DraftKings best ball.
Yes, this is true. They gave me tickets to, however, I've done maybe like 5 or 6 based on the tickets.
Living that influencer life over there.
No,
wow.
this is just the
on DraftKings, this team would have been a lot easier to finish because there's tons of wide receivers that go late. It's just really tough to build a early running back strategy and get decent wide receivers.
I totally remembered this was only 18 rounds too, so
yes,
we had that going for me.
I knew you did. I knew you weren't confusing it with DraftKings 20 rounds.
Well, DraftKings 20 and college football is 20 as well.
All right, Davis, recap yours.
All right, mine is just a shittier version of Pete's team. I started out with 4 wide receivers from the 12: Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, George Pickens, T. Higgins. I took George Kittle at 60, tacked on Rome Odunze. I didn't take Joe Burrow at 84, 85, tried to push it. Obviously, he goes, so I go James Conner, Ramondre Stevenson. I take Purdy to stack with Kittle, take Blake Corum ahead of ADP, so I took him over guys like Javonte, Chubb, Chase Brown. Maybe I could have taken Chase Brown. Added Xavier Legette, Zach Charbonnet, Kamani Vidal after learning that he does exist. Stacked Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, Jalen McMillan, Bucky Irving, Greg Dulcich, star of Broncos training camp day 1 per Zach Stevens DNVR. And then I do know ball, Bo Melton in round 18.
My team normally don't do full punt tight end. We ended up with 3 here, but I hate to say it, guys, a bit of a correlation masterclass here. CJ Stroud and Matthew Stafford at quarterback, James Cook, Jonathan Brooks, Devin Singletary, Trey Benson, Rico Dowdle, Braylon Allen at running back, Puka, Marvin Harrison, our generation, CeeDee Lamb, Amon Ra, many are saying, Stephon Diggs, Zay Flowers, the discounted Uber Elite Week 17 mini, Xavier Worthy, Demario Douglas, Malachi Corley, rounding out the receivers, Dalton Schultz, K-Dot, and Jatavian Sanders. They're at tight end. I mean, Stroud, we got the double with the Zay bring back, the Worthy bring back in 16. Stafford, we have the stack with the double Arizona bring back, plus a double bring back in week 16 with the Jets. Even the secondary stuff, Carolina with Brooks and Jatavian, you got Kate Otten on the bring back in week 17 and the Arizona stuff. And I could keep going, but this thing is just scissoring through each other for 18 rounds.
That was a good team, Pete. You drafted a good team.
It's a really good team.
Thanks, guys.
And Pete, I'm not going to say you wouldn't have had as good of a team.
Can I criticize something real quick, though? Or maybe not even criticize, but just ask. I kind of hate taking Flowers and then not having Lamar. Like, it just feels like, in what world do we live in where I get to week 16 and Flowers gets there, but Lamar doesn't? Did you think about taking Kirk or Amari just because of that?
No, I just like Zay more than those guys. And also, I just feel like Zay is rarely available in the 4th.
Almost never.
So like getting Diggs and Flowers is kind of hard to get now. But yeah, I mean, like in general, you always want those guys stacked up. But I always have that play in my head against the Chargers. Zay had that little end around last year for like a 40-yard touchdown. So maybe there's some outs without Lamar.
I love it. Tommy Tremble also end around red zone touchdowns. So I understand. I understand the thesis behind the play. And also, Davis, not every receiver has to be stacked. So, I mean,
it's just kind of these guys on the run heavy teams that I think about it for. So like, I think about that. Like, is Michael Pittman Jr. ever on the winning team without Anthony Richardson? No. Like, ever in any universe? No shot, in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah. Some are saying that Pete's got his best team ever on the Swolecast because I was not in the room.
You're normally sniping all my targets for sure.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Final thoughts. And
Hold
Tuttle,
up, hold
with
up.
you.
Hey,
Yeah.
hold up, real quick. Can we get that screen back up if you have it? Do you have it, Davis?
Ooh.
So this is
Yeah.
my buddy who went to high school with me. I want you to do his team real quick out of the 3 slot here.
What's his
Magikarp?
username?
I'm Magikarp.
Oh, I
Pokemon.
recognize this username. You went to high school with this guy?
Yeah,
Yep.
he also punted the shit out of wide. Cortland Sutton is literally his wide receiver 3.
Team doesn't need Bryce Young when you got Lamar and Baker. It's fine.
You got Judy.
Yeah, Dortch instead of Young. You really only
Thielen.
needed 4 running backs on this team. You didn't need 5, but it's
You like, sorry, and like one Devontae Walker pick at the end isn't going to hide the fact that you didn't draft a single other rookie and drafted
Mike
Adam
Williams.
Thielen. We
I
see
call
right through
I call the hallway. I call Mike Williams, John Dotson, Adam Thielen the hallway of doom. You never want to be making those 3 picks consecutively.
That trio
If you
makes
get
Joshua
CD
Palmer and Curtis Samuel look like league winners.
I will say he sent me he just DM'd me a screenshot of his team in Excel, and he's got a pretty nice setup here where he's got all the
I would just say that
correlations and stuff.
he got CD at the 3rd pick. That's very rare.
Yeah, he
And
did not
so-
land.
He's
The
gonna
plane.
hold out, bro.
So
He
you
did
gotta-
not land the
yeah.
plane, sadly.
You got to land that. So
You gotta land it. It's hard to land it when someone's kind of grabbing Dak Prescott as their second quarterback. You know,
Throwing the room off.
yeah.
you definitely threw the room off. I hope this draft though stays and it's not thrown out. Tuttle, anything you want to say to the people?
No, this is fun. I mean, what? It only took an hour, and I'm a millionaire now.
Do you think we
basically,
can count
so-
on? Do you think we can count on kind of having you back? Sort of next week, maybe.
Yeah, we talked about
we'll
like
see about
that schedule. Like, give us
Do you
your
want to?
give us your
Do you
set
want to?
schedule.
Do you want to commit?
I cannot commit to that.
Oh, wow.
We'll see.
How wild!
This
What
is-
are we guys like 6 weeks away from talking week 1 salaries?
It's really
Yeah.
insane.
All right, Jamino's trying to get me to talk the Mac with him tomorrow to give you an idea of my current schedule. I don't even know what to I mean,
What you are like working on like the projections for MAC football?
it's
teams?
more just to get it's to get the feeling. It's just a better
Yeah,
feeling of updated
and they're
depth
playing
charts.
NCAA for research purposes.
Okay, so one thing,
Yeah.
I haven't played the game yet. Want to play the game. Here's the thing: if you just Google anybody's name now, or try to search on X for a player's name to get info on him, it's just people with that game with NCAA.
Yep.
Like, type in Dylan Sampson. Like I was doing this earlier. Type in Dylan Sampson. It's
Dylan Raiola.
It's gonna be all people just playing NCAA 2005.
If there's anyone who can solve this SEO problem, it's David Kitchen.
Got to mute some keywords as you're searching this. Okay, Tuttle's doing all the projections for college football. He crushes it for these niche sports and the projections. So, wouldn't be a RotoGrinders show without promoting the college football RotoGrinders products that we have that he is behind. So, thank you, Tuttle. Davis,
Yeah.
anything you want to show?
Yeah, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to patreon.com/DavisMattic. Just wrote a big long-winded article about exposure and portfolio building in fantasy football. And I think that you nerds would really like it because it's really directed towards nerds. And I will see you all tomorrow morning with John Daigle and Coach Speak Index.
Davis, the hardest bet to make?
On yourself, buddy.
It's on yourself. It's on yourself. Pete?
Yeah, unless you're Calvin Ridley, in which case it's real easy to bet on yourself.
Am I right?
Kitchen, I just want to say the road to 10K around here just got a whole lot easier. I know a lot of people are disappointed about losing the Live a Little channel, but having you directing your streaming efforts to this channel, I think is going to be a massive boon for the channel. It's a massive boon for the viewers. And I think we're going to blink and we're going to be seeing 6 figures
Dave,
on that sub.
Dave.
And I'm going to bring over some of those 700 that are subbed to my channel. I'm going to bring them over here.
Dave, let's
do.
redo the bet. If I get to 10,000 before the Swolecast, it's your $500 to my $100.
Jeez,
No,
Louise.
that's way too outrageous. I gotta go.
All
But
right.
it was great having you
All right,
today,
see you.
Tuttle.
See you, Pete. No, we'll talk. We'll talk. I'm not giving you 5-1 odds on something that you're supposed to be promoting anyways.
I do.
Yeah, but you'd be I'm not going to incentivize for you to like win off of the channel that you're a part of not growing.
I mean, buddy, it
If
helps
anything,
me.
I want to help you out with your own
Sure.
channel.
Sure.
So
Sure.
let me know what you need. All right. Like, subscribe, because we are on the road to 10K again for the Swolecast. Some people just don't know what they're missing out on. So thanks to Tuttle for joining us. Thanks to Devin for filling in, producing this show. Thanks for you for watching. We'll see you next week here on the Swolecast on RotoGrinders.com. Peace.